Hi, it's Susan from Stratus, and today we're talking about whether or not you're ready to submit in round one, being deadlines for business school that are in September. You should be asking yourself a bunch of questions at the end of July or in early August. It's important to remember that there are two parts to whether or not you are ready to be applying to business school. The first, are you a strong applicant? The second, are you going to be able to submit strong applications? Two totally separate things. So let's start with, are you a strong applicant? I want you to ask yourself 6 questions, yes or no answers. So get out a piece of paper, get ready to mark down yes and no. Ready? Let's go. The first question, do you have a GMAT or a GRE, which is within the 80% range for the schools that you're applying to? And are you at peace with your test score? Second, are you prepared for the quantitative rigor of a top MBA program? Yes or no? Third question, yes or no? Are you strong enough in your English skills that you can keep up with the work and be an active participant in the classroom? Question 4, yes or no? Do you have at least 2 years of work experience with progression over time? And are you able to demonstrate your contribution to an MBA program? 5, do you have functional skills and or industry expertise that you can bring to a business school classroom? And finally, question 6, yes or no, do you have experience leading others? That might be at work, that might be during your time undergrad, or it might be through some community engagement. Now, go back through. I asked you 6 questions. If you've answered yes to all of these questions, then you're probably ready to apply in round 1. At least you're a strong applicant. If you've answered no to any of these questions, you might reconsider and take steps to make sure that you are as strong an applicant as possible before you submit applications. That might mean waiting until round 2, January deadlines, or it might mean waiting until round 1 of next year. The second part of deciding whether or not you're ready to apply in round 1, whether or not you will be able to submit strong applications. Again, I've got a series of yes or no questions for you. There are 11. Get your tally marks out and let's go. First, have you started the applications for all of the schools you're applying to? Second, have you entered your recommenders information into those applications so your recommenders have the information that they need so they can write recommendations? Third, do you have your transcripts ready to upload and submit? Fourth, have you started entering information, the bulk of the general information with your address and where you went to college and what jobs you've had? Is most of that already in the application? Fifth, can you articulate a clear short-term post-MBA goal that includes industry, function, and 2, possibly 3 target companies that you would want to work with? 6, have you revamped your resume? The resume that you want to submit with your business school applications is not the same resume that you use to get the job you have right now. Are you ready to answer the question of why MBA and why now? You should be able to answer that question in a 30-second elevator pitch, in a short answer, as well as in a 500-word essay. Have you attended events for all of the schools that you're applying to? Webinars, coffee chats, possibly even visited some of these programs? Yes or no? Have you engaged with students and alumni so you can understand the nuances of the values of each of these schools and articulate how you're going to contribute within those programs? 10, have you started outlining your essays or even writing them? And finally, yes or no, do you have someone, it could be a friend, it could be a colleague, it could be a family member, who is willing to help you review what you write to make sure that it reads well? So I've asked you 11 questions. If you've answered yes to all of these, then you're absolutely ready to apply in round 1 for those September deadlines. If you have more no's than yeses, then maybe you should think about prioritizing a couple schools for round 1, maybe those that have later deadlines, to give you a little bit more time than those that have deadlines right after Labor Day. If you answered no to more than half of the questions that I asked, you should really be considering round 2 or possibly round 3. It's all a very personal decision and very tactical. If you need help, reach out to Stratus. We're here to help you navigate.